Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking every single freaky player here on this tier list. So over the last 5 days, from Friday to Tuesday, we got a total of like 31 different freaky cards. Going to be ranking all of them on this tier list. The ones that are really, really good, we're going to rank high, and the ones that are bad, we're going to rank low, obviously, of course. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, though, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Help me push towards the 15,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Starting off with Aaron Brooks, who's a honestly not bad budget point guard. He's not B tier. I think he's probably C, but he's not terrible. This is actually kind of a fun 3-hunting emerald. Like he can't dunk, but he's fast and he can shoot. And he's got some good playmaking badges, has gold blade bailout, blow by, and speed booster, and silver handles for days. Good shooting badges as well. I actually kind of like this card. I like his release, MJ dribble style. He's kind of fun, kind of good, not a bad option at all. Or AK, I should say. AK's top 5. He is 100%. He's an S tier option. He's one of the truly elite cards in this set. We got a few truly amazing cards in these freaky sets, or in this freaky set, and this is definitely one of them. I think Andre Kirilenko is one of the best small forwards in the game. Incredibly versatile, can play power forward as well. Elite level defender. He's just a really, really good card. He is a phenomenal option. Bismack Biyombo is going to be our first D tier entry. He is a 6'8" center who cannot shoot the ball. He has a great wingspan. He's a good interior defender, but that is not good enough. He is a D tier card. Not good. Brandon Ingram is going to go A tier. I don't think he's S tier. I understand he's a diamond, and there aren't very many diamonds in this set, but there are better amethysts than this Brandon Ingram amongst them, as well as the other diamonds. And I mean, he's not a bad card, but he's not great. He just doesn't do anything truly elite on the court. I don't feel like he's got D-book dribble style, which is good release. Defensively, he's not great though. His release isn't incredible. He's a fine card, but he's not incredible, honestly. Kind of disappointing. Buddy Hield also probably goes A tier. Just as a shooter, he is immaculate. I mean, he might go B. I don't know, but his shooting is incredible. I think he's basically a better Kyle Korver because he's got a high enough ball handle, the time burst. He's much quicker than Korver as well, and his release is also super fast and super cheesy. I think he basically is a better Kyle Korver, and Buddy Hield's actually really good. Chet is absolutely incredible. He has one main flaw, which is that he's 48 strength, but outside of that, he's like one of the best big men in the game. Outside of that aspect, actually, he's probably the best big man in the game, except for Giannis, I guess. But he's an incredibly good card. He is super duper complete, very versatile, can stretch the floor, super good defender as well, can put the ball on the floor a little bit. He does a lot of things really, really well. Just a very, very good card. Easily S tier. Chuck Hayes, second D tier. He's a 6'6" big who can't shoot. He's worse than a Biyombo, literally. This might be the worst card that came out in this whole set. Actually, Earl Boykins might be the worst card that came out in this whole set. He's a 5'5" PG. We got a couple of these midget point guards. Can I say that word? He's super fast, and yes, he's got 95 lateral quickness and I guess an 84 3-ball, but no defensive badges. He's 5'5". Yikes. The GP2, I think he's going to go where Aaron Brooks goes. They're kind of similar. Honestly, Aaron Brooks is much more of an offensive card. GP2, better dunker, better defender, still pretty fast. Can hit a wide open 3 and defends his butt off. I mean, for a emerald point guard, he's pretty dang good. Release is okay. Dame Lillard dribble style. I don't like the PG style. Actually, the size up's probably fine. The PG escape is the one that I don't like. Pro behind the back is good. He's at least C. I think Gary Payton, he's tough. He's might be the best emerald that came out in this set. Giannis is obviously S tier. Giannis is probably the best card in the game right now, I would have to say. If I was going to pick who the best card in the game is, I think it's this Giannis card because he is so good defensively. He's so fast, so long, such a glitchy player build, makes so many plays. He is absolutely incredible, not to mention the fact that he can timing burst as a 7-foot big, so he's a mismatch with the ball in his hands. Incredibly fast, one of the fastest players in the game, again at 7 feet tall. He is an incredibly good and incredibly complete card in my team. Very easy S tier. Ha-Seong Jin is a 7'3" inside. We got a few of these inside, as y'all can probably tell. But 7'3", 7'7" wingspan, 25 speed, 45 3-ball, 37 perimeter, 25 lateral quickness. This is, I mean, there's going to be more D tiers than generally in my tier list, than there generally are in my tier list, I think, but there's just a bunch of bad cards. And honestly, the really bad ones deserve to be D tier. And even though he's 7'3", 25 speed, 25 lateral quickness, that's not going to cut it. That's a D tier card on a tier list. Emmanuel Quickly, is he B? I'm just realizing there might not be a ton of common ground with these cards. IQ, I actually think I like GP2 better than both of these guys, so I'm putting GP2 in B tier. IQ has a fast release, and he's an okay offensive card. Defensively doesn't do much. Can dunk okay, but he is slow. Like 76 speed ball is not very good. He's pretty mid. Isaiah Stewart, is this card, can he shoot? He can kind of shoot, right? Yeah, 75 3-ball, 76 speed, 80 interior, 75 standing and driving dunk. Got some okay interior badges on both ends. Don't know what the beef stew release is looking like, same as Hakeem Mork, but that doesn't actually help me. I don't know what that looks like. Probably C tier. He's not quite as bad as the B tier guys. Kermit Washington is a 6'8 small forward with a 33 ball. I don't care what anything else about his stats are. He's actually an incredible defender, but that would destroy spacing, putting that on the court. So obvious D tier. Chris Humphries, really nice budget power forward, actually. Really intriguing. Good budget power forward. Almost put in my top 10 budget cards. Really good release. Decent speed. Same speed as Jabari Smith. It's not fast, but he can hit a three. He's an okay interior defender as well. He's not a bad card. Release is pretty good. I like him. I think he's a really nice card at the power forward position. Pick and pop, catch and shoot type of guy. Not a bad option. Magic's also S tier, 6'9" point guard. I mean, he's probably the second best point guard in the game right now. The size is obviously something that you just can't overstate the value of course. The versatility defensively that gives you having that type of point guard, that type of size is so nice, even though Magic himself isn't the most elite defender. You hide him on the worst offensive player and definitely gives you a lot more spacing, switchability, and versatility defensively. But yeah, I think he's S tier. I think Manu is probably B tier, like high B. Manu's like a pretty good card. He's got decent speed. He's not insane as a slasher by any means. He's not an elite level defender, but I like his release. I like his fade. The Euro step is fun. He's a good card. He's not a great card. Michael Richardson is a borderline great card. He's not a great shooter, and he's not a great playmaker at the point guard position, but he's an elite level defensive point guard, one of the best in the game. One of the biggest as well at 6'5" with a very good player build. He is a monster. Definitely an A tier card from this set. Paul George was our 5th S tier player. I think he might be our last. He's an absolutely incredible card. Super duper good on both ends of the court. Defense his butt off. Really good release. Much improved this year over last for sure. And then movement is pretty solid as well. He's really nice. Peja's A tier. Like Peja's pretty high A tier. I think his release is incredible. I think he gives you a lot more than I expected him to in terms of his versatility defensively and as a playmaker. If you put a ball handle shoe on him, he can get a time burst, and his release is absolutely cash money. He's actually really nice. Reggie Evans is terrible. He's an inside who can't do anything. He's just a bad card. I don't think I really need to go over a gold card, but this card is awful. I understand he's got okay speed, but he doesn't defend. He doesn't shoot. He doesn't do anything. Sergio Rodriguez is kind of another budget PG. We got a few of these like Sapphire and Emerald budget PGs. Nothing too crazy though. 84 speed, 85 three ball. Can dunk wide open, and defensively he's okay. He's got pretty good playmaking badges, but no speed booster. PJ Tucker release is good though, and pro behind the back is good as well. He's probably B tier, not a bad card. Sean Livingston, I will give our last S tier spot. I was considering putting him A tier, but I think S tier is the fairest spot to put him. He is 6'7" point guard, and his release is really nice, which helps make up for the fact that he only has a 63 ball, or a 55 three ball, I think. So it's like a 60 after a shoe. But his size is amazing. His movement is really nice. Ball handle shoe gets him a timing burst, and defensively is great. He's top 5 point guard in the game. I think he's an S tier card. Sean Bradley's 7'5". That's the only value he has, but that's good enough to put him B tier on this list. Simbalar is also 7'5". He's not 7'5" in the way that Sean Bradley is. Well, Sean Bradley's actually 7'6". Simbalar and Sean Bradley both have 25 speed, but when you look at the cards, there's nearly no comparison. Like, obviously, there's a big difference between them. Statistically, it's 284 badge-wise. It is a ton as well. There's a big difference between these cards. So I'll give Sean Bradley the B tier, and I'm still going to put Sim in D. Spud Webb is fun to use, but he's a 63 ball, 5'7" point guard. I actually had a lot of fun using him in his gameplay, but that doesn't mean he's a good card. He's going D tier. Obviously A tier for Steve Smith. I don't think I'd quite put him S tier, but a 3-and-D shooting guard who's 6'8", really good release. He's a really nice card. Tyrese Maxey is mid. Movement is not great on him. He's not an elite level slasher, but he's okay. He doesn't really defend very good though, and his release is kind of hitchy. I don't think he's particularly good. Wes Unseld is pretty good. Really good release at the 4. I really like him. He's got play take as well at the 4, which I think is also really nice. I think he's a really good card. Yuta is gonna go C. Yuta is only 5'9", but he's actually really good offensively. Really great release and good movement as well. So he's a fun card to use for sure. I'm not going to quite put him down with these D tiers. And then we have X-Man, who I will put in the A tier as well. A 6'7" power forward, but he's got a really good player build. It's plays better defensively than you would expect. And overall, just a really versatile, really good card that I'm very high on at the power forward position. Really like his release as well. So that is my list though. These are every single freaky card and where I would rank them on this tier list right now. Let me know what y'all think of this list in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll be back with more 2K content very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.